Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Off the Bench. T-Bob, Jake, Danny, and Musso hanging out with you this morning. Every Tuesday at 7:30, we talk to LSU head football coach at Orgeron. Coach O, what's going on, man?
Good morning, guys. Tuesday, big day in Baton Rouge. Hey, T-Bob, Jake, we got Giants drill today, man. Can't wait for it.
You got what drill? What's that now?
Giants drill. We have the offensive lineman, an offensive guard will line up against a linebacker, going one-on-one blocks. We haven't done that for a while. We felt like we got to get more physical at the linebacker position, so we got Giants drill today. We're pulling out a clip of Ed Ingram going against Devin White, and we're going to motivate the team a little bit today.
And so I'm guessing, I mean, they're not starting like a yard away from each other. Are we talking about a full, 5-yard run-up, meeting each other after a little gap?
Yeah, You like that drill. You love that.
I would love that. Absolutely, dude.
T-Bob, that's how you're supposed to do it. Fullbacks, linebackers, ISO block.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm saying
That's
also the linebackers can't run. It's a drill. They have to, they can't dodge you. They have to take the hit. I'm into it. I love it. So, okay, Coach, so it's Competition Tuesday. We're off this weekend. No scrimmage. I know you had a great weekend, though. We'll talk about that coming up. But no scrimmage as far as LSU is concerned. How'd the break go? You think everybody's locked in coming back now for this Competition Tuesday?
Yes. I really complimented our team. We had a football school walkthrough yesterday. We had some great meetings. There was some great energy on the field. That shows me that they went home. They needed a day off. Really, they got Friday off and Saturday off, which 2 days in spring ball means a lot, as you know, both of you. They recuperated. They were fresh, ready to go. I asked them 15 great days. We're right in the middle of spring ball. We're coming back with a great attitude. I think this team is ready to go out. I can't wait for practice today.
Coach, I know it's early in spring practice. You still got some practices to go. You got the spring game to go. But coming in, was there a position group that you wanted to see answer some questions that so far in this spring practice has done so?
Yeah, the linebacker position. I was really concerned about the linebacker position and the safety position because there's some new guys there. DeMore needed to get better at some things. I think he's a very talented young man. And I'm telling you what, man, those guys, for the most part, have had a great spring. Now, we had some things that we need to get fixed, but I think Doug Strong is coming in. Our graduate transfer from Clemson is going to help us out right there. I think we're going to be strong in the linebacker position. We still have some work in the safety position, but I got to compliment the coaches of moving Jay Ward. Jay Ward moved to free safety. And Thursday we had it was a scrimmage, but it was stud to want to use our running backs. And Jay Ward had an outstanding practice on Thursday.
Coach, one of the new faces that we don't ask about a ton, but he does pertain directly to one of the positions you were just talking about. That is Coach Blake Baker, a former defensive coordinator, was just actually the DC at Miami, now the linebackers coach at LSU. What kind of differences have you noticed, or how has he approached that group that had so many question marks to have them showing this improvement so early on?
Yeah. One of the things, T-Bob, that I liked about Blake in his interview, he was the coordinator in Miami. He wanted to be at LSU. His wife played soccer here at LSU. The family's from Mandeville, and you know how it is. If you want to be here, it means a lot. So that's one thing. The next thing is we talked about fundamentals being him. And we went over the hand progression, the hips and hands, how to deliver a blow in the sled. He listened to a lot of things that I had to say. Some of the great things that I learned from Pete Jenkins. We teaching that to our linebackers that we haven't taught before. So I'm so excited about him. He recruited a lot of those guys. Our players love him. He wears cleats at practice. He's running around. He's got cleats at practice. So he's got a lot of energy. He's got a lot of knowledge. He helps Durante in that room. He's an excellent hire for us.
I know something that every time we've talked to him, we've had a chance now to interview him twice, Coach. He talks about being physical and the physicality of the position because, as you know, now with all the spread concepts, the linebacker position lost a little bit of that, but he said that's the one thing that he wants to make sure that he brings to LSU.
Yeah, we got to take on blocks. We got to be physical. We got to use our hands, get off a block, and be physical tackles. And as you know, this game's like basketball and grass. You got to tackle in space. It's not like you're tackling in a box right now, so you have to be athletic enough to tackle in space. And also, they're going to try to isolate on our Mike linebacker. Damone has worked hard on working on his pass coverage this spring.
Yeah, and that's obviously as critical as any part of playing linebacker. Just look at Devin White last year and how much he improved just during the NFL season in that regard. So some of the biggest question marks on the team at that position. Probably the group with the least question marks would be that defensive line. It's like we may not know who plays, but there's talent everywhere. What about the continued development of that group, Coach? How are y'all rotating right now? Who's standing down? How's that group developing?
Yeah, they're coming. I think if you look at a guy like Neil Farrell, he came back with a great attitude. Then Logan is nursing a minor injury right now, but it's given a chance for Joseph Evans and Mason Smith to show. I think, Joe Evans right now is our best interior defensive lineman right now. Now, He's got to do it he's making plays. He's doing a great job. Mason Smith could be one of our top inside pass rushers right now. He's definitely going to play. Definitely going to play on third down. He's getting better against the run. Those guys are doing great. Ali is doing phenomenal. BJ's doing phenomenal. Andre's doing phenomenal. Jacqueline Roy's coming along. Jacqueline Roy's a good inside pass rusher. So, we're attacking more. We're not reading at the line of scrimmage. They're getting up the field, so I'm very pleased with those guys.
Coach, obviously the position I want to ask about as well is the running back position. You mentioned Thursday being a thud, so you could get some of those guys in gold jerseys involved in that thud period. Obviously, they've been kind of nicked up a little bit so far this spring, but it seems like that is a pretty open competition that you're waiting to see which guy takes a hold of.
I'm telling you, I was so pleased with the play of the running backs on Thursday. Tyron Davis for the first time that I can remember in a while in the spring ran the football. I think he had 2 explosive plays, 25 yards or more. Had some big plays. John Emery did a great job. Those guys look like the backs I recruited. What a great day. It was kind of fun. On Friday morning, I came to watch my film before I went to Lake Charles, and John Robinson comes in. He says, Coach, you mind if I watch the film with you? I said, not at all. And he was coaching me up on the running backs. And we got great Kevin Falk, who does a great job. And John was added some of his expertise about staying square, about the positioning of the running backs. And what a great guy to have on your staff. It's a great John Robinson to talk to me about running backs,
I mean, it's a great wealth of information there, Coach. Probably on about any subject, including how to work with guys that are already very well established. And we never ask about him because the expectations are so high. But how has Derek Stingley Jr. looked thus far this camp? Because obviously, I know last year, by his standards, I think he would say was a down year, and he wants to get back to that best corner in the nation territory.
Yeah, let me say something. Derek has been phenomenal. He's called up the team 2 or 3 times as a leader. I've asked him to do that. He's showing leadership throughout the spring, doing everything right. His coverage has been phenomenal. He had some picks. He's back. I don't think he's ever lost it, but he's the Derek Stingley that we've always seen. I think he is. I think he's going to be the number 1 corner in the country. He's an outstanding player. Then we get Eli Ricks back, who's another great corner, one of the top corners in the country. We should be very strong there.
And then from cornerback to quarterback, how's the quarterback rotation working right now?
Fantastic. They're competing. And on Thursday, Miles Brennan had the best day.
Okay.
He came out, and him and Max are battling. TJ's right there. Garrett Nussmeier continues to make plays. It's like a wow factor. Like he'll scramble to his left and throw an underhand to his right across the field and make it. Like, God, did I just see that? But he has tremendous skills. He's a great young man. He's a great competitor. I'm happy with all 4 quarterbacks. Obviously, one's going to have to start. It's a battle right now.
And, Coach, having 4 guys right now that are battling for that position, it's probably really good that you have a new, fresh set of eyes in Jake Peach, right? He doesn't have any predetermined things coming in from last year. I mean, he is brand new, so it's a clean slate, and the best guy wins the position off of what they're doing right now and not last year.
Yeah, you know what? They meet with Jake. They like Jake. Jake is very detailed. He's a very good teacher. They love his system. And, he gets on their behind when he needs to, and they love it. I mean, he's very fair. He grades everything in practice. We have everything graded. And it's a tough competition right now, but that's the way it's supposed to be. This is the best quarterback room we've had since I've been here.
All right, Coach, it's enough about LSU football. How about the football that's actually being played right now? A little spring football, a little McNeese football. A big win for the Cowboys this weekend. A Nicholls State team that had just been blowing teams up falls 43-31. I saw you were fired up after the game. How was it Saturday?
Yeah, I got to tell y'all, and you guys have been there before. I went to Friday practice. I saw a focused football team, laser sharp. I watched them practice. I'd been to their Friday practices before. After the practice, I said, Coach Frank, y'all going to win tomorrow. He said, Coach, I feel good about it. And that team was fired up. That team was motivated. When I walked into Cowboy Stadium, you could feel the electricity in the air on Saturday morning. It was just one of those days, you know, when our passing game came alive. Our defensive line, at McNeese, I say I was good. You know, I'm a big fan.
That's right.
Their defensive line put a great rush. I got to talk to Lindsey Scott before the game.
Oh, wow.
You know, I got to talk to their, you know, I hugged him. I told him I loved him. I told him he's always going to be a Tiger. He always has a home with us. I told him how fired up I was, that he was playing well. I went talk to the head coach of Nicholls State, congratulate him on having such a great team. I thought he had a great team. I've been following him. And it was just one of those days that McNeese was ready to play. I'm not saying Nicholls wasn't. It was Cody's best game. He had a wonderful game. I thought the coaches called some great plays. But the defensive line of McNeese put constant pressure with a four-man rush on Lindsey Scott.
Look at him. The D-line coach. He can't. I mean, he loved it. Yeah. How about Cody though? 20-27, 354, 4 touchdowns, no picks. That had to feel good.
Yeah, it was good, man. He was on. It was good to see him. You know, and as you know, T-Bob, you and your daddy have a great relationship. Me and Cody have a great relationship. I'm best friends with my kids. We talk about things. I know things that they go through as a player, like we all go through, and I got to be a dad sometime, and we have great conversations. But it's good to see, you know, after Southeastern game, when he fumbled on the 2-yard line, he was very down.
Yeah.
But it's football, man. You got to keep fighting. As you guys know, there's a lot of times in your career you wonder, what the hell am I doing out here? You know, but you just got to keep on fighting, fighting, and those days come, you know.
Coach, thank you so much. We've already kept you long. Have a great competition Tuesday. Enjoy the giant drill.
Oh, yeah. All right, man. Go Tigers.
All right. Yes, sir. Coach Ed Orgeron, LSU head football coach. Join us every Tuesday. Giant drill, dude. Bringing the physicality back.
No, I love that. I love that. I can remember when I was a young buck and trying to play fullback, they used to do something pretty similar with the fullbacks and the DNs. Like you had to go cut them off on power. And
so who are you going against? Or is that counter when you? I don't know. Oh no, yeah, this is power. Who are you going against?
Like Marcus Spears and those guys. That wasn't fun. It wasn't a whole lot of fun. Like,
Swagoo.
Yeah,
the big men.
He just like swallow you up and.
Yeah, it looks like. Oh, Hamza. Look, we'll be back. Close out hour number 1 here on Off the Bench. Get to some of the big reveals there. Keep it locked right here on OTV.